Hello, ladies and gentlemen and Zers. My name is Peter Edgar Feliciano. Welcome to CONSERVATISH, episode 203. Make sure you subscribe wherever you're listening. Make sure you share this, rate, review, like it, all that bullshit. And find me on Instagram at Peter_Feliciano or at my backup at CONSERVATISH, because the white liberals are going to eventually take me down. And you can support my podcast and music at patreon.com/conservatish. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Holistic. Yay!
What's going on, my man? What's going on?
It is a great privilege to have you on, sir.
Man, it's a blessed day, man. It is a blessed day. It's good to be here, bro. Thanks for the invite. That's a fact. Because normally I get so many people also inviting me to their shows, and I'm just like, bro, I'll be so fucking busy.
Right.
I be slammed, and bro, you caught me like right with me, like shifting my schedule.
Right.
Because it's like a whole nother wave, and I'm like telling myself, because I'm in the digital world,
right,
I have to start transitioning my physical time for digital time.
And plus, none of them are as cool as me. I don't understand why you would spend any time with anybody who isn't Peter Feliciano.
And we got the same haircut, same barber, so I was like, I was fucking with you, bro.
Exactly. Okay, where can people find you, please? First things first.
So you can find me on my Instagram, which is basically Mr. Holistic. And my backup channel is Mr. Holistic MD. And it's basically Mr. Holistic across the board. Whether you go on TikTok, whether you go on Twitter, whether you go on Facebook, Mr. Holistic, you're going to find me. I don't truly fuck with Facebook or Twitter, because Twitter always got a brother in jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how the fuck Twitter putting brothers in jail? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like if fucking the laws couldn't do it, who the fuck is Twitter to keep locking the motherfucker down? You know what I mean? Like what the fuck is going on in this world right now? Whereas we're picking up phones that we're literally shouldn't even have, walking around with them like slave to the system.
Yeah.
Typing our own free thoughts and our own creativity.
With no
and then
filter.
Some lying fact checking some bitches just censoring us. Like
And besides, we because we definitely get into the meat of that, you've got an event coming up on the 11th.
Yeah. So what I'm doing, man, I'm actually going to put up an event, because as an individual that has his own platform, we always get on our platform and then we always get censored and we always start talking about speaking our truth. So I said, the only way to really blow some shit up is really just to go battle with the Hollywood elites and stuff like that. So I said, you know what? If Dave Chappelle can get on the stage and create his own stage, now why the hell I can't create my own stage?
Right.
When he got about 100 motherfuckers in his audience, I got about 40,000 followers that would love to come right now. So what's the difference?
Right.
And we all got something to say. So on 11/11, because everybody knows I'm about synchronicity. So on 11/11, we're going to synchronize and we're going to really 100% talk about the Great Reset and how it actually triggered from 2020 literally to where we are right now. But we're going to create the whole vibration of just letting people know, motherfuckers, I've been screaming at y'all since 2008. I read some shit in 2008. We living in it now when you motherfuckers told me I was crazy.
Valid.
Now I'm reading some shit from 2017 talking about some shit that's going to pop off in 2030. And I'm already 1 year screaming it.
Right.
So I said the best way to do it is to get on the stage with these motherfuckers like seeing and become a comedian, a stand-up comedian, right. So you can throw it all out there and nobody can really say nothing. We go like, yo, bro, I was joking.
Right. Have you done stand-up before or no?
So let me tell you about that. So I've never done stand-up, but I'm a funny motherfucker. So I always in Vegas, bro. I used to go to like and all my homeboys are like comedians and shit like that. And I have a real homegirl that was like straight up like grade A, like a comedian. So she does like all the hosting in Vegas.
Right.
So I used to live on the Strip. So she would always hit me, yo, Mr. Holistic, if you up, I know you be up in these weird ass hours, come through the comedy club and just show up. So I would always show up like 2:00 in the morning. And bro, I'll just jump on that motherfucker lit and just go for like 5-10 minutes and just blow everybody here. So I've done that like literally like 5-6 times.
Right.
And then also by being a speaker, I'm always in front of like thousands of people.
Right.
So for me to get on stage and create my own stage and just do what I do on my social media and not do it for real, bro, I'm like, what the hell am I waiting on?
There's that we've been talking about this a lot. There's this game or this movie War Games, I think from the 80s with Matthew Broderick. Where the computer was like, interesting. The only way to win is not to play. The only way to win this game is to play our own fucking game.
To play our own game.
Own stage, make our own social media. Hello, billionaires out there. A lot of you motherfuckers are freedom of choice. I don't know where the fuck you're at right now. But is to make our own rules. I had a long kind of come to Jesus moment with I think he's all right with me saying it, with my dad the other day, because I'm a musician, right?
Okay.
I've been a singer songwriter since like 2012, 2013 professionally. Released my own album in 2019 and then immediately moved to Manhattan. And I haven't written pretty much since then. I mean, I had a couple of songs that I put out. I had a lot of instrumental shit. But my dad called me the other day, and you'll like this because it's more like spiritual realmy type of shit. He's like, where is the raw you? Like, where is the raw you? Because what you have, the little bit of music I have put out is very precise. It's very technically proficient, but there's not any balls in it. There's not any oomph. There's not any messiness. And part of that obviously is the pandemic. Part of it is I can't perform because New York City is, authoritarian. Whatever. But a big portion of it is my own subconscious or unconscious desire, fear. My own thing of like, okay, I'm scared of how it'll be perceived if I am any good at performing anymore, if I am any good at whatever. So I've almost kind of cut off my own balls a little bit. So I'm gently sewing them back on. Yeah.
I was literally just teaching we're doing a mindset class last night on like the power of like literally meditation and why meditation is so important, because it literally controls the subconscious mindset. And the subconscious mindset is where a lot of our failures just lay there waiting on us, because the busiest time of the mind is first thing in the morning.
Right.
And that's why I always tell people, when you get up first thing in the morning, try to quiet your mind, calm it down, relax it, point it in the right direction. Don't just get up and start just trying to flow, and then you end up just being messy.
Right.
So when you have an individual like yourself who performed, already done everything, and it's just a matter of just getting the ball back rolling again, and then your environment starts predicting your actual, even enhancing your procrastination. Imagine that shit. When you go, because of New York is the reason why, and you go, well, bro, what the fuck you doing in New York? You see, like, and then you start thinking, that's how it goes. So then it goes even deeper, you see? So
and
that's
not only right, and not only that, but also you add to that the mix of just on a surface level. You also add the fact that stand-up comedians have been doing underground shows since the fucking jump of the pandemic.
Bro,
what is my excuse? What is my excuse?
No excuses, bro. That's what I said. I said the best way to do it, bro, I can create my own virtual events. I'm just going to do one physically, and I'm going to stream it out like a test run. So I'm going to create my own stage. I'm going to hire my own production company. We're going to live stream it on. I haven't even figured none of that shit out. All I know is my spirit is telling me 11/11 is the day. And that is the calling where we're going to put everybody together, and we're going to speak on everything that is needed to be said. And I'm going to say it. And there's so many different things that needs to be said right now, bro, because a lot of people are fucking walking on eggshells.
Right.
Because again, they're afraid of everything that's around. I'm like, fuck them at this point.
Right.
I go, LGBTQ, if you guys want to be recognized, okay, I recognize you. But then you better be ready to be criticized.
Right. But Mr. Holistic, criticizing is literally murder. I like how they use the word literally, so fucking liberally.
Well,
assholes.
Call me a murderer, and murder she wrote. Motherfucker. How about murder they wrote now?
I love, by the way, because I sometimes I catch some flack for people saying I use identity politics. I only use identity politics to combat identity politics.
No.
Because the only people who have ever called me a Nazi are white motherfuckers. Okay.
See? And that bullshit.
Right. And then a year ago, they were like, just listen to black people. White people don't get to have a say about Black Lives Matter. Elevate. I love this. My favorite one. Elevate melanated voices. Bitch, what the fuck? Who do you think is Dave Chappelle is? Now you're like trying to stamp him down and quiet him down and kick him off? Fuck you, asshole.
And all he did was spoke on some shit that everybody understands and everybody knows. Nobody wants to say it. I'm going.
And he was quite loving about it, by the way.
He was loving about it. I'm gonna be raw with it. I'm gonna be raw with it because, bro, you gotta understand, bro. I deal with real motherfucking people. Yeah. So I've watched the transition of people move from bats, what? China? Huh? What? Oh no! What? I witnessed this shit, bro. Because imagine I do rallies, bro. Like, so I do over 200 rallies in my own personal company. So I have a company called the Holistic World. So what we sell, I have my own manufacturer. I make my own surgical stainless steel jewelry, and it's all infused with minerals and crystals.
Nice.
So you have neodymium magnets, you have like tourmaline, you have germanium, you have far infrared. And not to even go into detail, but these are like 4 elements that literally respond to your skin. And when your skin is the biggest organ on your body, bro, so your skin is well capable of naturally healing, like it's well capable of telling you when you're cold, telling you when it's hot, telling you when it likes something and when it doesn't, you see?
Right.
So when you're in that business and you're teaching and touching and loving and hugging on natural people every fucking day for the last 20 plus years, bro, you witness the people. I got into this business for the simple fact I like dealing with people.
Right.
And when you can go out and shake someone's hand, look them in their eyes, and directly deal with them and verbally joust and come to an agreement and service that is like direct, like controlling your income.
Right. I went and got because I've been sick for a few days. Because you were talking about, one tangent at a time, Pete.
Yeah.
I was sick for a few days, and I just only because I was hanging out with people over the weekend, so I was like, all right, for their sake, I know it's not fucking COVID. Let me go get a test. Got a test. I'm fine. But in the interim, what I like about being a walking red pill is that it's my job to show up not only blatantly open, right? Because I'm not wearing a mask or because I'm, whatever. I'm not like, right. But also remaining accessible, which is difficult because I know a lot of these people are assholes.
Yeah.
I know a lot of these. It's difficult to practice the principle of openness and accessibility when people are at the turn of a hat. Once they find out you're unvaccinated,
that's why you got to play the game, bro, and be trans-vax on these bitch ass. Like I'm trans-vax on you motherfuckers. I'm vaccinated like the individuals in the fucking bathrooms, like in the girls' bathrooms, bro.
Okay, all right.
Treat me the same,
right? Don't get rid of my identity.
Yeah. Don't mess with my identity. I identify as a vax.
There's and what I felt when I was in the waiting room and I was joking around with the ladies and blah 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 blah, and then I went back. I felt only a weirdness from the doctor because in the interim, the nurse who had seen me asked. He didn't ask if I was vaccinated. He asked, which vaccine did you take? Which is it's a nice little subconscious. Of course, you're like us. Of course, even though 35 to 40% of New York City has not been fucking vaccinated, but whatever. There's an of courseness that he threw at me. And I just, no, I wasn't. And then went right back into joking, blah, 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 because that's the way it is. You're going to see me as whoever is coming into you're going to, as best I can, you're going to see me as human, whether you like it or not. You're going to know that you're going to have a human energy attached to this thing that you think, Trump voter or unvaxxed or whatever it is. You think it's dehumanized in their mind. I like being the fucking the dyke. No, I do like being the column against the flood of dehumanization. I like standing out as like, no, one of us, whether you like it or not.
I'm telling people straight. I'm like, people are like, man, what is like? I'm telling them, like, bro, we got to now. Like one of my like my skits is like there's a big fucking worry now that you have to put into the play of fucking being depopulated. Like you can seriously fuck around and get depopulated just going to the hospital and getting a checkup. They can just pull your number and go, yeah, put this one on the ventilator. Blow her lungs out. Like, boom. Blow her lungs out. Like, boom.
I don't like the way she said hi.
We don't fuck with that insurance. Nah, get her out of there. They're delaying their payments anyway.
Right. And by the way, side note, we were talking about this the other day. You're somebody, so you're in Florida now, right?
Correct.
Okay. Anywhere outside of a major city like New York or, I guess Seattle, but you know what I mean? There's this idea that the world is overpopulated.
Bro.
I drive 15 minutes in any direction, and there are huge swaths of untouched land, just cows for fucking eons. I don't know where these people are thinking that we're overpopulated.
Bro. This is the illusion. This is like the bait and switch. This is the gaslighting. This is what I tell people. This is what they do.
Right.
They say, "Oh, it's too many of you." Are we as much as India? Are we as much as China? I lived in India 7 years, so motherfuckers can't just act like I don't know what I'm talking about. So let's talk some real shit. I lived there 7 years. Right. So I can talk about some population and what needs to be depopulated. Right. We're not there.
Right.
So for you to tell me, "Oh, it is too many of you," and it's not like they just started saying this. They saying this shit for 20, 30 years.
Right. Right. You ever listen to Louise Hay?
No, not right off bat.
No, she's she passed away in 2017, but she's kind of the main person I listen to when it's like I need a little affirmations and I need a little whatever. Because I actually, as much as I would have 3 years ago, if you had told me that I would be listening to positive affirmations and that I would have burned sage before I fucking, because I did. I burned sage a half hour ago. I've got fucking rose quartz. I've got rose quartz sitting right the fuck over there. I would have think you were crazy, but Louise Hay was talking about like, okay, we throw out an incredible amount of food every year, an incredible amount of food, and yet people are starving, right? There's 6.5 or whatever billion people in this world, and yet people are lonely. It's not a lack of resource, it's a lack of access and or love. It's a lack
of love, bro.
Right.
I'm in the vibration and energy business. It's a lack of love. I got a rose quartz like tree in front of my door, bro.
Beautiful.
Just to let motherfuckers know, like, you're stepping in the house of love. So if you got any intentions on doing anything but loving up in here,
right,
death will meet you here also. Like, understand that. Like I am not someone to fuck around or tiptoe with. You come clean, you come straight, or you will die. Right.
Fuck
it, bro. I'm like on that now because I've already talked nice, bro. I've traveled, bro. I've been in 19 different countries. I've lived in 9 of them. I damn near lost my life like 7 times on some just try to save the world type shit.
Right.
So I'm at the point now where, bro, where I'm living my life. I'm in my own way, and you're starting to see other people's ignorance, other people's lack of just research, lack of proper like self-education, right, lack of accountability. You see all of these flaws in the average individual that is now a tsunami of satanic energy. And what I always tell people, I'm not a Bible thumper, but I know the devil needs to be invited in. I know evil wickedness likes idle minds. They say what they say, an idle mind is the devil's workshop.
Right.
So I'm going, why are we not busying ourselves?
Right.
There's so many motherfuckers that I know told me, "Oh, bro, if I had a time on my hands, some more time on my hand, bro, I'll start my own shit." The government just gave you plenty of time. Where you at?
Right.
Why you stop?
Right.
And this is the same instant. I always tell people, man, distractions are distractions are distractions are distractions. So when the government is telling you should stop, why are we listening to them then when you can clearly are saying that these are some lying motherfuckers?
Right.
You don't trust them for anything, but yet when it comes to the food, you trust them. When it comes to your doctors, you trust them. And now that these same lying, corrupted, like no goods, yellow belly ass individuals that says, listen, as they sniffle and breathe and be unhealthy and tell you, we're going to protect your health. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Why they got a big fucking right in there.
Why this fucking guy is like on a fucking breath of like a ventilator, like telling me, you guys gotta help yourself. No, motherfucker, right. How about you help you first?
Right.
So I don't understand. I truly don't understand like why we go from faith to fear, and then people started just literally moving shitty, just moving super scared.
I think that part of the transition, and this has happened obviously countless times throughout human history. I think part of the transition is wanting to keep up with the woke Joneses. What I've been talking about sometimes is, at the tippy top, it is malicious pieces of shit who want to control and want money and want power. I think the main problem, though, is all this bureaucracy in the center. Now, again, this iceberg underneath it is all of the leftists and the lazy and the idle, like you're saying, holding that up, and dark energy or whatever. But a lot of it is also just, I want to fit in and I want to keep my job as a politician. My whole job, your whole job as a fucking politician is to keep your fucking job. That's it. That's the only job of a politician.
That's it. And we as people, and this is what be pissing me off. And I'm like brand new into the political world, but not brand new into the political world. I'm just brand new speaking on this shit.
Right.
So I'm going, when as people did we stop holding motherfuckers accountable for where they're actually at in life? Because if you're going to say you're going to be a professional basketball player, you cannot not be a professional basketball player and be a professional basketball player. A motherfucker's going to challenge you on that shit. So if you are a health inspector, do we need to keep going, bro?
Yeah.
Do I need to continue on this type of shit?
You sound like Cosby for a second.
Do I need to? Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. So imagine did you hear what the medals that they just gave fucking Rachel Levine?
No. What was it for?
The first, let me get this shit on camera. The first 4-star female fucking general. Medal general. I'm telling you. So on your show. I'm telling you, motherfucker.
I think it goes back to the idea. The worst, I saw a beautiful tweet about it yesterday. Women, I better find it. Because it was saying some really a powerful part of it. Essentially, here, rather than trying to find it, it said essentially feminists are fighting to feel power, right?
Yeah.
And women who act feminine, who embrace their femininity, already feel equal. They already feel power, right? When you don't fuck with, when you pay attention to your belly, when you pay attention to who you are, your energy, who nothing can fuck with that. But when you tamp that down and you say, oh, as a guy, I rag on male feminists fucking constantly, because obviously contextually you understand if you're listening to what I'm saying. I am not saying from the definition that it used to be, which first wave feminist was equality, equal treatment, equal play. Yeah. It's gone way the fuck beyond that. And you know that. And straight dudes will tuck their dick and say, I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to be subservient and you can do whatever you want with me. And not only are women unhappy, they're unhappy. And it just flowers out into this bullshit. And it turns into, again, just like you said, the consequence is women get the fucking shaft, and not the fun way. They get the fucking shaft.
They get the shaft, literally. Like, bro, like imagine, bro, I used to think, like, when you start talking about, like, and I'm from the country, bro. So the way I think and the way I feel is just the way I grew up. Like, I go, man, bro, my mom's a housewife. I ain't never seen my mom work.
Right.
My dad drives trucks, owns a farm. So therefore, men did all the fucking work. Women took care of all the house things.
Right.
So in my relationship right now with my wife stays at home. My wife takes care of the baby. My wife does that. I provide. I secure. I do everything as a man. And not only that, I lead us in a proper way.
Yeah. It feels fucking good. And they feel fucking fulfilled.
Feels fucking amazing. I'm like beating my fucking chest like King Kong on you pussy niggas out here. Like, bro, y'all got me fucked up. Like, y'all got me fucked up. I'm alpha to the core. Like, fuck it. I'm in the gym telling individuals that I see walking around with their hips and shit. I'm like, bro, you better be careful. I'm pushing your baby mama weight over here, nigga. Like, bro, like, I better check yourself because, bro, it's. I can only speak raw. You know what I mean? Like, because where I come from, bro, is like, it's raw. Like we don't play that type of shit. Right. So I go, when you start talking about, like I said, the feminists, I used to think, oh man, equality, they deserve this. And I'm like, hell yeah, you're right. But it's something different now, just like the fucking rainbow. So you can't tell me the fucking rainbow means the same. And I remember rainbow was like Rainbow Bright, fucking Strawberry Shortcake, My Little Pony, fucking The Storm Is Over, however you wanted to call it. What does the rainbow mean right now? Mm-hmm. You got the question, do you truly fuck with the rainbow?
Right. It's context.
It's context now.
It's context. And I would add to that humans all, even the dumb pieces of shit who are trying to rag on Dave Chappelle right now, they understand context. They have to. They have to.
And you know what pisses me off about individuals that even just chime in on the cancel Dave Chappelle? This guy has been saying crazy shit from the get-go, and all of a sudden y'all shocked.
Right.
Like, this is what pissed me off. Like, I'm shocked. People are still shocked that Sleepy Creepy is actually fucking up in the White House. And I'm going, are you fucking kidding me? Did you guys think he was just going to fucking Babe Ruth it?
But Mr. Holistic Racism.
Yeah, racism my ass. Right, racism my ass, bro. They
was the carrot on the end of the stick. Give me your money. It was the old switcheroo. All right, we'll give you no more racism if you just continue to give us power. Put us back in power because you need us. And surprise, surprise. Now what the fuck you gonna do?
And that's what I said. And now everybody's like, oh, fuck Joe Biden. I'm like, don't say that. Don't say it. Let's keep Joe Biden. Keep this sleepy, creepy motherfucker in there. Right. Because now that they didn't got our boy out, if he come back right now, you're going to immediately see war.
Right.
So I'm not even thinking that Trump is even going to come back. And if you thinking Trump coming back in 2024, America would be totally different by then.
Right.
And that's what's even more messed up. So I'm always telling people straight, we're dealing with demonic energy at this point.
Right.
They're after our children, just like the boogeyman.
Right.
And if you're not taking heed and protecting your children, meaning we got to be better adults.
Right.
If we're going to be better adults, it's time to step up. Stop capping yourself. Stop procrastinating on what your true light is and shine true light so you can lead the proper way. And this is what this event is about, bro.
Right.
It's about literally being on the 11 to 11 and 100% talking about the Great Reset. And as a leader, shining true light. And not as a conspiracy theorist. Like, I don't give a fuck if they don't believe it or not. I'm telling motherfuckers, listen, I'm just repeating what them motherfuckers said they're going to do. And it is clear that they have all the capability of doing it.
Because we let them.
And we let them.
Right. Right.
Over and over and over again. You know what I said during the pandemic? I called that shit like it was nothing, bro. I said, y'all know they finna kill the boomers, right? Motherfucker said, what? I said it right in like November, last year, November. I said, before motherfuckers was talking about motherfuckers eating bats and dying. I said in November, I said, you know they're gonna start killing the boomers next year, right? And he says, why? I said, because Agenda 21. And they said, well, next year is 2020. I said, well, niggas, they gonna get a head start. And they're going to start killing the boomers before the boomers started talking about it. Because what people fail to realize, why they're going to go to the boomers, because you know old motherfuckers get to talking and see the old motherfuckers on the land right now. That's where the wisdom is at.
Right.
You see? And they're trying to snatch the wisdom. Right. And once you start snatching the wisdom, you snatch the history. And once you start snatching the history, you can rewrite it in your own way.
It's Game of Thrones.
It's Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And I didn't even watch that shit. This is exactly what it is.
They were going to kill Brandon Stark because he had all of the knowledge and the history of the humans. If they can kill the history, if they can kill the wisdom, that's where you get it. And the problem is that I was talking about this on a show I was on recently. We culturally or whatever romanticize the 60s so much. Right? Mm-hmm. Because the 60s was the young people were right and the old people were wrong. The old people were burning crosses and the young people were stop war. Right?
Yeah.
And which, just as a fun side note, if you ever listen to Eric Idle was one of those stop war guys. He's from Monty Python. And he talked about visiting Germany during, he was all anti, yay communism, whatever. And then he visited East fucking Germany with behind the fucking wall. And he's like, thank God I can be liberal in idea, but not in practice.
Right.
Which, by the way, California, New York, if you want to try that experiment out, it's already worked so well. East Germany went so well.
Man.
Yeah, absolutely. Try it out. Try it out. But the idea that let me follow the breadcrumbs of the thoughts I was thinking. Going towards this idea of you said whether they believe in the conspiracy or not. This is a big tent, like a big ass fucking tent. The idea that over the last 3 months, especially over the last 3 months, I mean, I started this podcast 3 years ago. And my at first I hit a little dip because everybody was like, "Oh my God, Pete, but you're half Puerto Rican. How could you not be liberal?" And all these people got a little clutch their fucking pearls. But after that, my network has steadily grown. And especially over the last year, a lot more. And then the last 3 months, a lot more, because so many people, the idea that I would be ideologically in line with people who own chickens and homestead, you know what I mean? Like that, I'm like, wow, some rose-quartz motherfuckers up in this bitch, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm telling you, that's where it's at. It's some amazing shit. It's some amazing shit, bro.
And I'm not, and I'm going to tweet this out tomorrow. I was thinking, but I'm not anti-vax. I'm anti-chemical rape. Especially when the chemical is not as safe or effective as the rapist is telling me it is.
You know what I'm telling motherfuckers, bro? Bro, I got a hell of an immune system. So I'm game. Whatever you motherfucker. You telling me I need to take this shit to be on some Jetson type shit? Nigga, I'm game. But you gonna have to tell me exactly what the fuck I'm taking. You're not finna play with me like you doing all these other motherfuckers taking 12, 15 pills a day. I'm not them. And you're not finna assume that you finna run some big ass net through and just catch me in it. Right. Because I tell people straight, one thing you will never see is a shark eating a bullshit fish.
Okay.
You'll never see it.
Okay.
You will never see it, bro. He'll attack a fucking human before he eat a bullshit fish.
Right. Bullshit fish meaning too small, too this, too that, like not worth.
Yeah, he ain't gonna waste time.
Right.
So you ain't finna catch me in no net on some bullshit.
Right.
You got me fucked up. I'm too important. I'm too godlike. I'd rather go like this to the kingdom versus you fucking with me and then me begging to get inside because I got nanos and shit.
I also would add to that, by the way, because I've been thinking about that too. And as far as the entering back in, as similar to the conversation me and my pops had the other day, like, and sinking down into my power and who I actually am on this planet to be, right? I'm too valuable, and this isn't ego. This isn't me jerking my own dick. This is I know what I'm supposed to be here to do. Bro. And I know how important I am to art. I know how important I am to communication. I know how important I am to love and connection. And I refuse to take that away from the potential people that I would touch. I fucking refuse.
Bro, this is how I know this meeting, this whole thing is like in alignment, bro. You got to understand what you just said. I say to my people every day.
Right.
We are way too important.
Yeah.
To not to be loving on people.
Right.
We're way too important not to be healing on individuals and educating individuals on how to directly heal. We are way too important to be dumbing our minds down to society's manipulations and then complaining about the dumbed down shit.
Right.
We're way too important.
Right.
It is time to take heed into what develops us up as people. And the only way to develop up is go back. People will perish from lack of knowledge. So let's gain some knowledge and let's go up there. People keep talking about the 1%. Well, we're the fucking 99. We're the 99. Like, why the fuck are we moving?
In fact, the stormtroopers that they would send to my door to pump me full of a fucking chemical are also the 99. So it only happens if we allow it. It only fucking happens if we allow it.
And you know what, bro? Pete, bro, I've been around the world or two, bro. And like I was telling my pops the other day, I said, you know why I'm standing? He's asking me, he's like, son, why are you so rah-rah about this right here? I said, man, somebody got to fucking take a stand, pops. Somebody got to take a stance. And I said, Lo, you never know, right? You motherfuckers taught me my faith. And y'all vaccinated. So therefore you lost yours. So somebody got to keep the faith. I got to tell him straight. He always kept it 100 with me. I told him, I said, your pops.
Right.
God might be mad at y'all. God might be mad at y'all because now he's talking about we're the temple. We are the temple.
Right.
All the treasures are bestowed within us, and you didn't allow the man to come through this motherfucker and dump some bullshit in you.
I wouldn't hold it against, I personally wouldn't hold it at all against somebody, especially if they got it prior to June. Prior to June, especially people who don't think thoroughly. Like you already said.
No. Let me tell you, my mom and daddy got me.
What do you mean?
They got plenty of information of me telling them from the get-go.
Okay.
Yo, don't do this shit. Mama already unhealthy. There's no need for it.
Right.
Pops, if you just doing it to keep driving trucks, yo, bro, you can get out of trucks right now. I'm making over 6 figures a month right now, bro. You can leave that shit alone right now.
Right.
If that's what it is.
Right.
But if you scared of this virus, stay your ass in the house. Because if you go get that shot, it still ain't protecting you from the virus.
Nope.
It ain't protecting you from something. It's just tagging you. And you don't need to be tagged at fucking 65. You've already done your time.
Or 9 or 8 years old.
Or 9 or 8. No, wait.
They're fucking pushing
now it's
for that
5, bro. It's fucking 5 now. Yeah, Sleepy Creepy just fucking put in a petition to fucking start jabbing 5-year-olds. So if people keep sitting there saying, even like how you just said, I'm not anti-vax. Imagine. We got to start just saying, you know what, man, fuck all you motherfuckers. Leave us and our kids alone.
Right.
Fuck y'all. Y'all think we need this shit for y'all to educate us? You ain't never educated us. You indoctrinated us. Fuck y'all. We keeping our kids.
Right.
It's just like that, bro. It's a pimping system all the way around the board.
You ever listen to, because I of course, fans of CONSERVATISH are going to be like, they always count down. When is Pete going to mention Patrice O'Neal? You ever heard of Patrice O'Neal?
No.
Damn it. Patrice O'Neal was a comedian, died in 2011. The greatest comedian of all time. Big 300-pound black motherfucker. And he talked about wolf tickets, and he talked about the punk test, and that he got robbed one day, and he realized afterwards it didn't start because or it started like half hour earlier. He's playing basketball with this guy.
Yeah.
The guy steps on his toe and doesn't say sorry. He's like, okay, whatever. And then he kind of bumps him a little bit, and Patrice is like, well, that's weird. But Patrice didn't say anything. And then he it's little shit like that. Kind of checks him a little bit, little shit, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually the guy was like to Patrice, he's like, hey, I think you robbed my cousin. And he puts his hand in his pocket and he's got a gun. He's like, hey, give me your money. And Patrice, when he was like, what? He's like, he realized there's nothing I could say at that point.
Yeah, he didn't back down the whole time.
The whole fucking time. He knew he was a bitch. He knew he was a bitch. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that it's too late for somebody to grab their balls now. If you're an emasculine man and you're realizing, fuck, that's why I am unhappy and all the women I'm with, the small amount, are unhappy, it's not too late to save your balls and get your balls back. It's absolutely not.
Again.
But understand that it starts with little shit. It starts with little shit. The dysfunctional child who's throwing a tantrum at Toys R Us because you're not giving me the toy. Bitch, I will be you. My dad would lean across the table and be like, do you need to go to the bathroom? And I'm like, nope, because I know what the fuck happens in the bathroom. Okay. Consequences.
I already know. Consequences, repercussions.
Right.
And see, let me even straighten out what I mean by what I'm saying when I even say like God is angry.
Right.
I said because truth be told, they're not forcing shit. They're just saying it. People are walking and fucking standing in line for this shit, bro.
Right.
That's what's worse. Right. Force, they would come knock on your door, drag you out, stick you in your community, and then put you back in there and be like that at your fucking door that's force.
Right.
I understand force.
Right.
I understand chaos also. A lot of people ain't never seen it. I've lived in chaos. People say, well, what do you mean by that? I said, well, go spend a year in India. You'll see chaos.
I want to talk about this too, because I know, finish your point though, as far as that goes.
So I go, if you're just going to walk up and just give up your whole directly, it's like, all right, I'll be your test dummy when it's clearly an experiment. And you know what's so crazy, Pete? They're not sticking everybody with the same shit that is taking everybody out. And that's why it's confusing. You see? Because, bro, we all been fucking vaccinated, bro, when we were kids. Mm-hmm. And we're perfectly fine right now. So we've all had the bullshit that they stick in us and go through it. Mm-hmm. So you got some motherfuckers that'll get the vaccine and nothing happen. And then you got some motherfuckers within like 2 hours, their hearts are enlarged, their meters are all over the fucking place. They didn't get stuck with the same shit that the last motherfucker got stuck, because you got some clean vaccine and you got a couple dirty vials that is mixed in the 500 million vials that these motherfuckers have bought. And that is what is really confusing people.
And even from their own numbers, I've been talking about this too. I like using their own numbers against them. Like what I found is that the white liberal especially believes that the research that us unvaccinated have done. I put it on Twitter the other day. They think we got it from some website called QAnon.Trump's /white trash. I'm like, no, motherfucker, it's on government databases. It's on government fucking data. It's on Google's main page. So, as a fun little side note to all you people who are interested in knowing, and I posted this as well, the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine has a 97% of people. It says 97% of people are protected against measles, 88% against mumps, and at least 97% against rubella. Okay, smallpox, 95% effective. Polio, 90% effective. 3 doses is 99 to 100% effective against it. Hepatitis B, 95.1 effective. And last one, chickenpox is 90% effective at preventing it. And yet the Pfizer biotech, Reuters just came out the other day and said it dropped to 47% effective when it was 88% 6 months, or dropped to 47% effective. Now, the fastest that any of those other non-COVID vaccines had been worked on, it was a fucking record too, was the measles one, or mumps. Anyway, was one of those, and it took 4 years. That was the fastest one. It was a record 4 years. The COVID one, fucking 6 months? Fuck you.
But imagine, bro, they set DT up for that shit.
They said what?
They set Mr. DT up for that. And that's what's so fucked up. And that's why I said, yo, Trump, I'm fucking with you, bro, but you let them some bitches set you up. They let you get on that Operation Warp Speed, and then they switched them vials on your ass, because their plan was the vaccine I asked from the get-go, bro. They planned on vaccinating us from the get-go. And even when Trump started changing his language up, I started going,
Yep.
So no matter what we look, our favorite individual is speaking that 1% language.
And Mike Harlow, my friend, and I, we talked about it on the last one. He was just a totem. Okay. He was just whoever was going to battering ram in order to make our voice heard. We don't need him. Just like you said,
we don't need
2024. We've never needed that motherfucker. He's never been the savior. He's just been somebody that we can put out there who will be as close as possible to our best interest. I was down to vote for fucking Tulsi Gabbard. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if she had a D or an R next to her fucking name. Anybody who's not one of these motherfuckers, and we all know exactly who these motherfuckers are.
Facts, bro. Fact. And I called it. I said, listen, Trump is going to lay down. I knew it. Really? I called it. I said, listen, they're after him too hard. And what people fail to realize, right before the election, they got his daughter and his son on some serious fucking charges. On some election mishandling and some money movement. And it was like some mistakes that a couple young motherfuckers made that was directly linked up to his daughter and his son. And they were going to take those things and they were going to ram their ass to the max. And I said, don't be shocked if Mr. DT makes the deal with the devil. because Mr. DT always wants to make the deal. And if it's a good deal, he'll deal with the devil. I know him. I said, man, this motherfucker, and I listen, I don't even blame that motherfucker. I said, man, nobody gave him a chance for 4 years. I'll walk away too. If you telling me you're going to keep my family safe and you just going to leave me the fuck alone and just let me go back to my billions and just keep doing exactly what I do and let me do a rally or two, I'm out. Fuck off. Y'all can have this bullshit because it is clearly ain't no stopping you. And that's why he kept saying, he said it. I done made some real people mad now. So I'm going to disappear.
And I like what he said.
You remember what he said, bro?
They're not after me. They're after you, and I'm in the way.
They're after you motherfuckers, and I'm in the way. I'm gonna get out of the way of you niggas.
Right,
bro.
And I kind of think. I mean, they obviously stole the fucking election, but besides that, I'm okay with. I felt kind of excited, as shitty as it is. I felt kind of excited and happy that Biden pulled the trigger on the mandates because I'm like, oh, good, because I've seen I've gotten so many little private messages of people going, I voted for this motherfucker. I'm anti-Trump. I'm this, but like, what the fuck is going? I'm like, yes, wake up, motherfucker, wake up.
You know what? I was like. I was excited that Sleepy Creepy had won, bro. Because you got to understand, bro. I'm from the fucking country.
I like. By the way, just as a side note, black motherfuckers are always really good at branding. You're like Sleepy Creepy.
I branded that motherfucker, bro. Like I branded that son of a bitch. Fucking quicker, sniffer, upper, Sleepy Creepy. I got his ass, bro. I'm on his ass from day one. So imagine I started telling people like. Up under a Donald Trump administration, you had to understand what Make America Great Again really truly means. It really means about Make America Great, and how you make America great, you become better Americans. Right. So to become better, and I'm a guy who preaches and teaches self-development. So if you become better, America becomes better. Donald Trump is just the one that is screaming it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so I started saying, all right, we got to be better. We got to be better. So let me be better. So I became a sharper businessman. I started understanding. I started reading more. I started looking at the policies and what could I do on my daily basis to implement these policies into my lifestyle to be beneficial for them. So I started doing all that and making all of the transitional changes. And then when I start financially beneficial, motherfuckers start calling me Uncle Tom. Motherfuckers start calling me a coon. Motherfuckers start calling me a jigaboo. And I'm going, why? Because I read that this was some shit was going to pop off and I took heed to it and I made the changes. So I leveled up. So a lot of motherfuckers don't have the capability or the accountability to level up to even make money under a Donald Trump under a Trump administration. So they go off the racism. They go off the emotions, the race baiting, because this is what they're used to.
Right. And I'll add to
that. They choose. Up under a Sleepy Creepy administration, I said, this motherfucker don't have a chance with a motherfucker like me coming up out of Donald Trump. I'm going to run circles around this motherfucker. I'm going to run circles around him, his IRS, his fucking CIA, his FBI, all of those motherfuckers. I'm going to run circles. So let them go. Let them bring these motherfuckers on in there. Fuck them.
And I'll add to that. Trump taught a lot of motherfuckers to fish, and a lot of quiet motherfuckers he taught how to fish. I think it was in New York City. I saw a thing the other day that said, or not the other day, way before, like a couple months before the election. It was a billboard that said, I believe 90%. I think it was 90%. 90% of black-owned businesses in New York City were under 5 years old.
Yeah.
And yet, so a lot of people they learned how to fish, and Joe Biden and the fucking demons, they took that shit away. And once you get a sniff of independence, autonomy, it's hard to let that go.
Bro, it's hard.
You don't want to go back you don't want to go back on the fucking plantation. You don't want to go back on the government tit.
I even got a funny ass story. I was in fucking Myrtle Beach, South Carolina last year, right when the election and all of this shit was popping off. So you got so many motherfucking like black, blind, Democrat ass, like just blind ass liberal black people out there. So in this little highway, you got a stretch where you got like every other fucking section. You have a putt-putt golf, and then you got a pancake house. So me being from the country, I go, well, if you see so many putt-putt golfs and pancake houses, that's like mafia fucking money laundering. That's how they do money laundering. Right. Like this is how you know it, because they just You can't have IHOP, then House of Pancake, the Pancake House, your mama pancake house, and then your daddy pancake house. It's like, nigga, are y'all truly selling that many fucking pancakes? No. So this is how it is. So let me give you a scenario. Me driving, I got a guy from El Salvador, a Colombian, a Mexican from straight LA, and a black guy from Houston in my car. We hungry as fuck. We pull up in this place that's called the Plantation Pancake House. So I immediately pulled my phone out on this shit right here. I said, oh shit. This place is called the Plantation Pancake House. I looked in the motherfucking window. I said, I don't see nothing but niggas in here. And I had and I had Trump shit on. So I said, oh, this shit finna be good.
Yeah.
Bro, I walked up in that motherfucker, bro. Niggas looked at me like I was Django, bro. Bro, I walked up in that motherfucker like I was on a horse, bro. I remember was like, and then the waiter come up and he was like, man, bro, you sure you want to come in here with that hat on? You looking like a real fool. I said, nigga, did you just tell me I'm looking like a fool in 2020 with a fucking, cause I got my Trump hat on? And you in here working on a fucking plantation cooking pancakes, nigga? Are you fucking kidding me?
Did he soft shoe over to your table?
Bro, and he kind of got offended, but I made it like so fucking funny, and he was like, man, you do got a motherfucking point. I said, bro, is it any white people in this motherfucker? Or the nigga just threw y'all inside? So y'all are actually house niggas in 2020? Like, I had to give it to him raw, bro. Like, I ain't never seen no house niggas before, so I ain't never seen them. So I said, did I just run up in a business full of house niggas right now cooking pancakes? Like I had it on my I had it recorded and everything, and TikTok got it for fucking like racism, fucking harassment and bullying, all type of bullshit. But bro, it was so fucking funny, bro.
Right.
It was so funny, and just to bring it down to back to what we were talking about. People got used to complaining for 4 years, bro. Mm-hmm. And now that it's time not to complain, and now it's the time to focus and to be sure, like this motherfucker needs to do what we want him to do. We don't need Joe Biden to go. This is what I want to tell people. We don't need Sleepy Creepy to go, because you don't want fucking Kamala. That's for sure. You don't want whoever these fucking liberals are going to give you after we say fuck Joe Biden. So what we need to do is keep Sleepy Creepy ass right on in that office for the next 8 years and tell that motherfucker exactly what we want his dumb ass to do. Because it is clearly you can tell him what to do. Because the nigga get on there every day going, well, I got a whole list of people I'm supposed to be calling. So, well, how about we put up you some motherfuckers you're supposed to be calling then?
And it'll actually wake up a lot of people. I've been equating him to as far as history. I've been dunking my head in English history. I started a new book about the Crusades today. Like I'm dunking my head in where we've been, so we can see where we're going, right? And I've been equating him to Henry VI, I think it was, who was like super just wimpy and just kind of like would be shuffled along from place to place and told what to say from the pulpit and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like obviously what happened to Henry VI was a bunch of people started warring for the crown and stealing it, and it ended up in Henry VI being killed. But the reality is that if we're going to move us forward, we don't really need a government, as long as we take the government's power away. But the thing is that the only way this is the problem, though. The only way to wake up motherfuckers is shit, man.
You got to tear it down.
Right.
This is what's so fucked up, bro. To be honest, I'll tell you directly. For us to see a better future, I can openly tell you right now, me and you might not see that victory. Our children got to see that victory. Right. So we have to make sure we're the individual that at least started and triggered the change.
Right.
It's finna be a fight, bro. I'm telling people right now, I'm not here to scare you. I'm not here to fucking throw no bullshit out there in the air. Right. To make this change, that means you're going to have to tear down the actual system. And we are the 99%. And now some motherfuckers, at least 87%, are going to have to get their hands dirty to get, because imagine, bro, we're still depending on the system to save us.
Right.
Like people are waiting for some victory, like in court.
Right.
Fuck courts. Fuck your justice system. I'm ready to say fuck your police system. Fuck your military system. Fuck all of you niggas at this point. Because like I said, I'm well respected for the guys in blue. I'm well respected in the military. I'm well respected in the firemen. And at this point, I'm only fucking with the firemen. Have you ever heard anybody say fuck firemen? No.
Right.
They're the only people that are running into other people's fires. So I'm fucking with firemen at this point.
Although I will say that the people who did say fuck the firemen is Seattle, the Seattle Fire District, right? Fired. We'll only let you run into buildings and save people if you have a chemical in your body. Fuck you, white motherfuckers.
You, man. Like,
Let's, you okay to go a few more minutes?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm Gucci, bro.
Okay. I want to talk about India. One of the things that I have, and I spent only about a week in China. But I also lived in Chinatown in San Francisco, which is a whole nother world. It's like I always used to say, it's like they took a snippet out of fucking China and then placed it.
Copy paste.
There's a lot of people in the Middle East, even though they have brown skin or that, whatever, or Asia, that are racist as fuck. So I would love to know. I would love to know how it was being a black man in India.
Oh, bro, to be honest, because I always tell people, man, because I'm caramel.
Oh, yeah. Did you put a little dot up? Did you put a little dot up?
Yeah. No, I didn't even do none of that shit. Because I'm still a contrast nigga, so I was over there in Tim's and linen. You see what I'm saying? I was like, nigga, I ain't taking my Tim's off. I might have to stomp by 30 of you some bitches out.
There's not much difference between cargo shorts and like canvas shorts. You know what I mean? Because like canvas pants, yeah.
If you've never found like your place, like I thought when I went over there, like I was finna go to like the hoods, like I was finna go to the flies on the eyes, the 80 cents of fucking day kids type shit.
Right.
Bro, I went over there and saw Bentleys, Hummers, fucking magic carpets, fucking genies. I saw shit that, bro, I was like, oh shit. Your contrast need to step up, nigga. You the one that's fucking behind, bro.
Right.
So when I went over there, it was just like it was such a fast pace where where if anything was like eye opening was the direct like just ripping of my comforts. Like you immediately understand the difference between hot water, cold showers, hot showers, fucking hot meals, cold meals, microwaves, no microwave. Man, bro, that shit is like non-existent. So you're like, so I gotta eat this shit like right now, like right here? Like, bro, there's flies on that shit. Like it's an eye opener, bro.
Right.
It is an eye opener. So when I got there, it was just like, there's no care for human life. This is the first thing you notice. Mm-hmm. So as a wild man, you go, oh shit, they killing motherfuckers over here like in the open, like, damn. Like, and not only are they killing motherfuckers in the open, they just let motherfuckers die.
Right.
Like, oh, he needs water. So what? Bro, he's dehydrated. So what? He's been there for 3 days. Like this, bro. So when I went there, bro, it was like, I got down and you saw hell on earth.
Right.
And then when you just move just a little bit and you start just understanding what you're seeing in this reality from just being really overpopulated, what true population really truly feel like. Right. So you're like, this might be my place though, because this doesn't scare me.
Okay.
This doesn't make me queasy.
Because on your micro level, you equated it to the macro. You started realizing, okay, you understand what your cul-de-sac is, where your cul-de-sac of responsibility ends.
Facts. Everything, like my whole veil just opened up. And then and I'll tell you also, I'll let you know, I've always been able to see colors on people. You see, it's like even I can even see your aura, like even right now, bro, which is like literally like a greenish blue. And that is 100%, meaning like you're in your heart chakra area, but because you have a platform, you speak through your throat chakra, so you speak openly through love.
Right.
And I don't even know you like that, but I'm saying that's the colors I see. So when I see this, bro, I can see it on anybody, and because I know the colors and what they represent, I can pretty much peg an individual.
Right.
When I got to India, bro, I saw everybody moving on the same accord for the first time in my life. I saw everybody yellow. I saw everybody green. I saw everybody red. I saw everybody blue. I saw everybody when they were purple. So this is how I knew people were moving in like little casts, but they were moving casts through chakra colors.
Okay.
And it's like a universal unspoken language. And you go to the tea section, everybody blue. You go to the vegetable section, everybody yellow. You go to this section, it's like boom, boom, boom. And the lower down the spectrum of colors you go, the more like dangerous it gets. And it's crazy, bro. Imagine you got the red light districts. What do you think the red light district is going to consist of?
Right.
Root chakra shit. And when you get there, there's no white lights. Everything is red. And guess what, bro? You got 5-year-old prostitutes. You got 7-year-old prostitutes. You got prostitutes who are like 13, pregnant. Like that, bro. And they're just roaming the streets, like offering themselves. Wide open. And if you grab one of those kids to like try to like, bro, what the fuck? Where your motherfucking mama at? Like that, bro, the police will come get you. I witnessed this type of fucking filth. And then you go, if God is going to show me this, he already said he ain't going to put us in a situation we can't bear. He's showing me this for a reason.
Right.
And I found my place over there. And you know where my space was at? Was developing up. Being an individual to be able to see this shit that I've never seen before in my own eyes, start hearing some shit I ain't never heard before in my own ears, and start feeling some shit I ain't never felt before in my own heart, and then choose the strong side of all of that shit.
Right.
And then I got so accustomed of just choosing the strong side, whereas when I came back to America, it was so easy just to choose the strong side over any situation.
Right. Wow. Okay.
And in my whole journey of being in India, like 7 years, bro, we can get into just the details of the whole of them, bro. It was a beautiful journey because it just let me know that as an athlete, I was 100% living through ego. And because I was talented, my ego put me in so many different situations where my spirit was just ready to run from. And then because I'm also like a playboy, you're going like, oh shit, like I can handle all of this shit. So everything that literally tempted me to make me want to feel good to my ego, my spirit didn't want to have nothing to do with. So that's why nothing was truly satisfying.
And that's because, do you feel like there was a point where did it maybe enhance or give you a new perspective on, because there's been times in my life where I look down a hallway and I'm like, oh, if I make a couple of these fucked up decisions, if I follow the fear long enough, I'll be down where that motherfuckers are. Was there a glimpse down that
I've been down many of them roads, and this is what I tell people. Like, I don't come to you from a squeaky clean place.
Right.
I went to India on like fucking like running from like 7 felonies on one wop, like one fuck up, just fucking with money.
Right.
And so the whole consequences of just leaving the country was just like, bro, you're gonna have to get the fuck up out of here.
Right.
And you just gonna have to go find some shit to do. And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, yeah, bro, you're gonna have to go find. And so that's like the whole journey of just going like, bro, you can't just think that you can just do whatever the fuck you want to do just because you got money.
Why doesn't here's what I don't understand about the universe, or one of the many things. Why doesn't God or the universe or whatever provide that crossroads for everybody? Or maybe it does, and they're just their life journey is just fuck it, I'm going black right now. Why the fuck does that happen?
Bro, I'll tell you why, because it's a funny saying. I'll say it first and then I'll tell the story. God put us in troubled waters because he knows the enemies can't swim. So understand, we all have our journeys.
Right.
And on our journey, we all have exits that are designed. And that's why they say the path to righteous is very narrow.
Right.
And because of our egos, we're like, oh, what is over there? Oh, what is over there? Oh, what is over there? And then whatever's over there, it's always something enticing. Tits, ass, money,
right,
career,
right,
albums, like the contracts, whatever it may be. So you dabble down over there and then you realize, oh shit, I'm talented enough to be over here, but my character is not established enough to stay over here.
right.
And this is what happened to me as an athlete. I would always physically be talented enough to be a place where I wanted to physically can stand and I can hold my own. But character, I was not built yet to negotiate with those fucking sharks. I was a country boy.
You wouldn't have been Kyrie.
I wouldn't have been Kyrie.
Right.
I wouldn't have been Kyrie then because I was just laying down. I was yes. I didn't even know how to say no. And then when I would want to say no, my mom was telling me, how can you say no to this? You ain't got no other choice. This is more money. Don't do that. God done already blessed you.
Right.
You see?
Right.
So when people are not taking heed in where they are, that's key. Most people are lost in their purpose. And because their daily movements is so far from their purpose, they get extremely unmotivated on truly finding their purpose in life. You understand that?
Yeah.
And then when your daily movements are just ratchet, fucking sloppy ass hip hop music, smoking, drinking, partying, just doing the worst, then you're never going to actually, I'll say it, you're never going to get to the point where it's going to take a negative experience, a life or death type situation to go, oh shit, I need to get my shit together.
And that's happened to me many times. But so I got sober at 15 years old. And I had an experience where it was that dire pretty quickly, but it wasn't an outside circumstances. It was an energy more than anything. And that's obviously for most alcoholics, addicts, whatever, who are sober, the bottom is not an outside circumstances. It's an inside job. It's like, oh, I look down I'm at the fucking crossroads. Right. And for some reason, whatever fucking reason, I was offered that life raft and I took it. And that doesn't mean I've been anywhere near perfect or I haven't faced many crossroads since then. But I guess it's just interesting to me that okay, obviously there's a reason why I was provided that opportunity and I was beaten up enough by my ideas to try other people's ideas. Bro. But I don't understand. I guess, I don't know. Isn't it interesting to think about and get deep into why?
It's the building of the characters, bro, because again, when you ask God to give you strength, He's just not going to make you Hercules. He's going to put troubled motherfuckers around you, and that's what's going to build your strength up.
Right.
When you ask God, man, give me more patience, He ain't going to give you just a whole bunch of patient motherfuckers around you. He's going to put a whole bunch of impatient motherfuckers around you so you can truly understand the respect of true patience.
Right.
So He's consistently testing. And again, I always tell people bro, I have never been a Bible thumper, bro. It amazes me till date how the Spirit just comes upon me, bro, and just speak these language. And it's like, this is the time.
Right.
This is the time for people to be accountable for whoever the fuck you are right now. I personally don't care. If this is what you are right now, man, stand 10 toes down on that shit and say, bro, this is what I'm going to be. I don't want to be doing different. Fuck it. Stop right here. And then everybody can join unity on just that.
And I'll add to that, and I know we'll wrap up. But I'll add to that the crossroads I was at a few years ago when I was thinking of starting this show, because I'd written hooks for rappers around the Bay Area where I lived. I performed for years, blah blah blah. But I realized I wasn't liberal anymore. I realized that, and I realized or what the current day version of liberal is. And I realized okay, I can either make the decision to be 100% myself, flawed, warts and all. I'll be sloppy. Yeah. I'm gonna be my fucking self, or I'm not. And there was a little bit of fishing. I called. He never called me back, but I was I'm half Puerto Rican and I say nigger all the time. And one other thing is I called a black friend. I was because I was what do you think about whether or not I should say nigger or not? And he never called me back. I'm grateful he didn't, because I was like, I've checked my balls. I was like, yeah, no, I feel fine about this. I've had, even though it may have, because I've had conversation with people who are playing the game, the non-Kyries. I've had conversations who are like, just play the game. Just play the game. It's fine. Just don't say the N-word, or just do this, or just do that, blah, blah, blah. Not only has my network flowered, and I may not be anywhere near like Nine Inch Nails or like, fucking some other famous musician or famous podcaster, but I've had a black guy on my show thank me for saying nigger instead of the N-word. I've had quiet messages, thousands of people who are saying, thank you for doing what you're doing. Please keep going. Please keep going. And I even had a dude hit me up, and this is the one that comes to mind. I had a motherfucker text me last year that the reason he voted Trump, because he's a Salvadorian guy from the Bay Area, he was like, the reason why I voted Trump is because I saw so many black people on your show who were not towing the line with Black Lives Matter. I'm like, wow. And
I'll even tell you, like, most people, even I tell you straight, like, bro, that word used to fucking fire me up, bro. Like, being from Arkansas, bro, I used to hear it. Like,
it meant something different.
Bro, that shit used to fucking fire me the fuck up. I hear motherfuckers, especially using with the ER, bro, I'd be like all over your motherfucking ass right now. Right. Like 20 years ago, right. I'm like, you nigga, what? What you just? I'm like headbutting my motherfucking Mac computer at this point. Awesome ignorant shit. But then you know what I realized? What the world should realize? We have to learn how to respond different to things that we don't like, or things that just bother us, or just even things that trigger like a lower vibration.
Right.
Because for me, the word only means ignorance. So I go, you can put that on any motherfucker at that point.
Oh, it doesn't. It means anything and everything to me. It means white. In fact, the people on my show who I call nigga the most are white motherfuckers.
Oh, white motherfuckers. So imagine, I got it. So I got it. I'll give you a whole nother incident. So a guy came to me and asked me one day, "Hey, bro, you need a mask?" And I said, "No, I don't wear them." He says, "Well, you're gonna have to put them on if you're gonna stay in here." And I ain't even gonna blast the fucking establishment. I go, "Well, I'll fucking go." And he was like, "Well, you're gonna have to go right now." And I'm like, "Now you see, nigga, that's where you got me fucked up, bro. Like, I'm already in here, and you didn't say nothing when I came in here.
Right.
Now somebody didn't put it in your ear to come tell me to do some shit, and you thought it was gonna be cool.
Right.
So I'm gonna finish doing what I'm doing." He said, "Wait a minute, did you just call me the N-word?" I said, "Oh, I didn't call you the N-word. I called you nigga." The N-word can mean anything.
Right.
But I called you a nigga. And let me tell you, nigga means ignorant. And it ain't got no color. I know ignorant Mexicans, ignorant white people, black people. I know a whole bunch of ignorant nigga Indians also. So whatever you want to I know them all. So for me, I go, when the world starts being more accountable on how they receive negative information, because however you look at it, bro, it's all about vibrations, it's all about intentions, and all about frequency.
Context, connection, right?
So imagine if you're using the word and it basically triggers a negative fucking emotion to me to want to go at you like in an angry, bro, I have to look within and like, what was in me that triggered that?
Right.
And this is
what do you think it was before?
Oh, it was just being in a lower vibration, being in a lower vibration environment where everybody is reacting. Like I told, what made me change as a man is seeing different men. And this is what hinders most men.
Right.
We see the same style of man our whole life, and we wonder why we grow up the way we grow up when we've been looking at the same individuals. So what helped me was I was a world traveler.
Right.
So I got to see other men. And when I went to the Middle East, I was in Qatar for like 4 years, bro. So imagine in fucking Qatar, I was seeing 22-year-old married people with 3 kids with fucking with businesses, and I'm over there a struggling athlete.
Right.
I'm going, you mean to tell me they arranged a marriage for you? You didn't know the motherfucker? What the fuck is that? And he's like, yeah, bro, it was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. I've been with this motherfucker for 5 years, and our whole story is between me and her.
Right.
And I was like, huh, that's fucking smart.
Right.
I got to fucking argue with bitches for fucking 2 years just explaining them how I was a fucking whore. What the fuck? At least I'm explaining that I was a whore. I'm not a whore anymore.
Well, Speak for yourself, Mr. Holistic. That's what
bro. You got to break that shit down. And I mean, I'm blessed to have a great relationship with my best friend for over 10 years, bro. So it's like we have a brand new baby. So it's like life is amazing when you just accept accountability of your flaws. Like I always tell people, my life changed when I just stopped lying, and I had to stop lying to myself.
And I've heard that put that clearly as well, as far as what marriage is and what settling down is for a man. It's not about her. Whoever,
not even about her, bro.
It's about not you. It's making a decision inside yourself that, like, okay, I'm ready for this. I'm ready to man up.
And this is the beauty thing. Like, even if whenever you just meet my wife, she'll just say like, and she knows everything about me, bro. Because my wife, she's been my best friend. So imagine she used to stay across the street from me. Right. So imagine she's seen me do the worst in Vegas. Right. So imagine, bro. So it's like she's just so grateful that she got the best form of myself, and she watched me transition. Because I went almost a year and a half, 2 years of just going through the transition in Vegas of just saying, you know what? I'm no longer going to allow myself to mix my energy with just random motherfuckers that I like. I'm no longer going to allow myself, because I'm worth much more. Wow. You see? Right. I'm no longer going to allow just myself, okay, I see some nice ass. Okay, let me just bring this inside my home. Imagine, bro, we see nice ass, we just bring the bitch in the house.
Listen, this has happened to me over the last couple of years. It's almost like the universe is doing it for me. Because I was talking to a girl the other day. I was just smoking a cigarette at a bus stop on my way to a gig, and this girl comes up and she's like, you know what I mean? Like, she wasn't even like laying it on thick. Her energy was wide open. Her energy was, my legs are open already. Yeah. And I was just like,
rose quartz energy.
Rose lips energy. She had rose lips energy. But there was a vibe of like, because she said something about, oh yeah, last time I was in New York City, I was there for the Black Lives Matter rally. And I just felt this weird vibe from her. And I'm like, this is not something in my subconscious, like, this is not going to be, not just that it wouldn't work out, because we don't have to have conversations ideologically if we're just going to fuck. Right. I was like, I don't want to go down the road, because I've been down that road with other people and had little, what do you mean, with like just stuck up, small-minded motherfuckers. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. But if you had told me 5 years ago that I would turn down a chick who came up with her fucking legs open, bro, I would think I was insane.
Bro, I'm telling you. And you know what? It's so much power. There's so much power in being able to say no and mean it. There's so much power in it. So I go, man, for those who are like waiting in that teeter, in that little spot where they're going, man, I'm almost there. I'm not fucking up no more. Life is good. Maybe I need to just enter into a relationship. Maybe I'm not ready. I'm like, man, all you got to do is just man the fuck up. And it feels good to be a man, bro. Like I be on my man shit, bro. I be on that man shit. Like today, I just brought my lady some shit, just some random shit home. Like, baby, you know what? I know you like this shit right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, boom. It's like just random. And I'm going, man, bro, this is where it's at. Women need to be loved on. And at this point, the world has made women like equal to men, which there's nothing wrong with it. But there's still feminine roles, you know? And so one thing that I have in my relationship, like we truly understand each other's roles. And she doesn't try to outroll me in my role. I don't try to outroll her in her role. We both play our roles and we play them to the T. And we don't challenge each other. She consistently makes me better. Right. She makes me like step my shit up. But we don't challenge each other's space. And that's the difference. Most females are now, they'll get more, like they'll have faster success. Like for an example, on social media, they'll have faster success showing the ass and the tits, right, whereas the guy just has to talk and laugh and joke, and he doesn't get so much success, and then she judges him. Right. So just to end, it all goes back down to, bro, the minute we start loving on each other and loving on ourselves first, and loving on ourselves to the point where we know how to truly love ourselves, what truly makes us feel good, what truly makes us truly happy, why are we happy? So when we start bringing what we have on our table to others, we're not looking for someone to put something on the table. They have their own table and the tables connect.
And you're less worried about them appreciating it or being underappreciated. You're less worried about them taking apart because you have an abundance and you understand.
Exactly. You have an abundance. They have abundance. So everybody knows, like my wife knows right now, if we was to separate, other than just our emotional attachment, she'll be financially, like she's a fucking go-getter. So she's never worried about that shit. So we don't have that even that pull away type energy or that attachment where we need to change each other because of that fear. We know we truly love each other and we want the best out of each other. So we consistently daily work on that. And we've created life from that. And our baby shows from that. You see what I'm saying? Right. And this is what's missing. And I go, they're going to fuck around and try to depopulate. And then you're going to try to take a nigga like me out and you're going to have my baby. My baby's going to carry that same bright light. Whether ain't nobody going to change the light that is in her.
And you can't breed humanity out of humanity. It just can't happen.
It always comes back, and this is why I tell people, bro, I'm fucking excited. If I'm the beginner of the fight, and I know it comes back, they're gonna, right. Bro. I'll take the beginning,
right,
bro. I sit here with a fucking bro like this every day, like every day, just in case the motherfucker just run through that, bro. I'm not bullshitting you. Look, bro, I'm like this, bro.
Yeah,
like this all day, bro.
That. Delicious,
like all day, bro. Like this all day. It's and people. A lady told me, and I'll let you go, bro. A lady came to me the other day, and she says, "Why you got that knife on?" And I got a mineral and crystal shop. Understand that?
Right.
So she goes, "Why you got that knife on?" I said, "Well, first of all, I'm a warrior God, protecting children of God, and I'm in the fucking mall. So the least I can do is have a fucking knife on. Can we agree?" And she's just like, "I guess. Oh shit," and just does walk off. Yeah.
I had just a quick in exactly that experience. I was living in the Bay Area, and I was at an event for a certain, spiritual program. And in San Francisco, all the women are like, there's a lot of very crusty vaginas when it comes to feminism. and of course, everybody is like, oh, women, blah, blah, blah. But I realized, I looked around, if some big motherfucker runs in this room and starts wailing on people, who are they going to look at? They're not going to look at a girl. They're going to look at me. And they should look at me. They should look at me. And regardless of some crusty whatever, I would still defend them because I like being a man. I like protecting. I like providing,
That's where it's at, man. So I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you having me on, bro. It's nothing but love. Like I said, I'll plug in that event. It's going to be 11/11. I'm going to send you also a link as well. I'll send you some more information. We're going to create merchandise. We're going to do it, bro. I got the whole blackboard. I got notebooks filled up right now full of shit. So it's going to be live, bro. It's going to be live.
And where can people find you one more time, please?
Mr. Holistic LV, Mr. Holistic MD on actual IG. And that's where you're basically going to find me. Or you can go to my Telegram, and that is Mr. Holistic 888. And that's where there's no censorship at. And that's where and then also you can catch me on my Clapper. I actually have to, man, there's an app called Clapper, bro. And I need to, so let me tell you a story. Shit, okay. I need to go.
No. Go.
So on TikTok, all of these clown ass individuals started coming at me because I started making fun of Michelle Obama on TikTok. All right. So I did the Iron Horn is Finkel is Iron Horn. But I did a social experiment. So let me show you what I did. So I think Melinda Gates is fucking, I think it was Kevin Kline. Like Steel, whatever the fucking actor, Klein or something like that.
Kevin Kline.
Kevin Kline.
From Fish Called Wanda.
Yeah, this guy. So I said, you know what? Let me do the Iron Horn is Finkel is Iron Horn, and let me see what people think. So I did it with Bill Gates' wife, and all the black people fucking it got 1 million views, bro. It like went viral. Everybody was laughing. Everybody, bro. The comment section was like world star hip hop, bro. It was epic. Look at this bitch draw line. Get up. It was like, bro, it was crazy funny, bro. But then I said, watch this. Watch how my flip is.
I already fucking know. I love it.
Watch this. I threw they queen up there. Oh, boom. My mama was the first motherfucker to call me, bro. My mama. Don't be playing with her like that. Don't be.
Right.
Bro, they went in on my ass on TikTok. So they started like duetting my videos, stitching my videos, and like going in on me, bro. Right. So I said, oh, so you motherfuckers think I ain't gonna. Oh, nigga, I created a whole section called the clapbacks. So imagine I started saying, oh shit, I would wake up in the morning and I would just see a motherfucker then tag me, bro. And then imagine you got like 18-year-old famous motherfuckers with like 4 million fucking followers. And these motherfuckers like, look at this Uncle Tom ass nigga like this, bro. And I'm like, this nigga got 100,000 views on this shit. Oh, I got to clap back on this motherfucker. So I started to clap back on their ass, and then they started getting me for harassment and bullying. Imagine. So another individual saw this shit, created a whole nother app called Clapper, bro.
Okay.
And they blue checked me on that bitch. And they have a whole section called the clapback section, bro. Nice. And it is like lit. So you got every conservative, like almost every conservative influencer on this app, bro. Like real deal on this app. And you can, and it's just like TikTok. It's just on just on a conservative form of it. Like that.
Okay.
So check it out, bro.
All it's missing is Peter Feliciano. There
you go, bro. Jump on.
Thank you so much, Mr.
More than welcome, bro. More than welcome,
amazing. Bro. Wherever you're listening, everybody, go subscribe, share, rate it, review. I love you all very much. And I'll go ahead and end this.